Are you ready to evolve your life? Are you ready to see immense growth and manifestation in your life? Are you ready to evolve every aspect of your mind, body, and your soul? Well, you're tuned in to Evolved Mastery, and I'm your host, Princeton Clark, and it is my goal to assist you on your journey of self-mastery as you create greatly in every moment of your life. So join me in this episode of Evolved Mastery. Hey, what's going on, guys? Princeton Clark here, and you're tuned into another episode of Evolved Mastery. And I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are ready as we kick off 2020. This year has been an amazing year so far. And first off, I just want to thank you guys and just show my gratitude for your patience as you've been waiting for these new podcasts. A lot of transitions happened last year as I was evolving the podcast and also finishing my first book, Awakening Your Inner Master, The Journey of Self-Mastery, which I released on Amazon on January the 11th, following which I also ended up being hired as one of the coaches for Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi's new KBB program. And now I'm working with Mastermind.com, assisting them and their clients in creating their own masterminds, workshops, events, so on and so forth. So a lot of really amazing things have happened coming into this year as a result of the work that has been put in as I just follow my internal guidance system, my intuition, my spirit, and just the divine leading of everything in my life. Now I feel like I can breathe. Now I can start focusing my attention with intention on creating new podcasts, and I'm so excited. I also have some other podcasts for the Mastery 360 segment of Evolved Mastery, and I'm excited. I'm excited to upload the new content. I'm excited to hear from you guys. I'm excited to hear about your progress. If you're not following me on social media, then make sure you do so. It's Evolved Mastery across all platforms. Also, my personal site is relaunched, and it's PrincetonClark.com, spelled just like my name, PrincetonClark.com. So get over there. If you've been wanting to get coaching, if you've been wanting to get mentorship, or you just want to take a deep dive and really reposition yourself and really evaluate where you are, and you want to look at where you have the potential to go from where you are, reach out to me and let's get that set up. But I want to jump right into the podcast today, and I'm going to be dealing with the topic of discovering your purpose. Now, I know we've talked about this quite a bit on the podcast, and I'm always talking to you guys about awakening to your power, your purpose, and your potential. But I really wanted to have a conversation with you guys today. As I look out into the world and I see so many people awakening to their potential and so many people being expanded and being challenged to evolve in their lives as they take this path of self-mastery, I know that it can get hard sometimes. And I know that as you're building your businesses, as you're evolving your relationships, as you're getting more deeply in tune and in touch with yourself, sometimes it can be a little difficult. But I just want to shine a little light on your path today and really set the foundation for moving forward. There's a lot of new stuff that I want to share with you guys, but discovering your purpose is really important. And as I always say, purpose is all about service. How have you been gifted through your challenges to expand in your life in a way that you have illuminated those areas of your life? And as a result of the wisdom that you have gained that has allowed you to illuminate your life, how can you take that and now illuminate the lives of others and serve others through your different gifts, through your businesses, through your relationships, so on and so forth? And I really want to get really clear as we move forward, because this is important. A lot of people spin their wheels and they focus on things that they really don't care about. They give up so much of their time, so much of their potential, and so much of their lives in general, focusing on things that do not honor them or honor their purpose. And see, when we start talking about discovering your purpose and really understanding that your life hasn't been a mistake, the things that you've had to grow through did serve a purpose in evolving you to prepare you for your purpose, then we can start to transition and shift some things in our lives. We start looking at our relationships differently. Some of them we may have to step out of so that we can make room for new ones, whether that's personal, professional, what have you. And in other areas, in our businesses, we may need to transition out of that business or that path that we've been on that doesn't serve us. And a lot of the times you guys can feel it. You know when this is happening. When you start questioning why you're doing it, you know that you don't really feel the purpose in it. And see, when you wake up every day, when you know what your purpose is, every day you wake up, you know why. See, from the moment my life changed after trying to commit suicide, I awakened to the truth that everything that had happened to me in my life that I had to grow through had given me a gift. And with every one thing that I overcame, that I gained the wisdom from, that I illuminated in my own personal life, there was at least 1 million people out there working and trying to find their way through some of the same challenges. And now I could go back to them as I evolved my life, as I grew. I could use the light of my own wisdom to shine a light on their path, to be a guide, to take their hand and say, come, walk with me. I could infuse that through photography. I could infuse that through speaking. I could infuse that through writing. I could infuse that through teaching. And so I did. Now, 6 years later, I have the opportunity to work with two of the most powerful people in the coaching industry, two of the most powerful people in the entrepreneurship industry who have focused their energy for the majority of their adult lives in the area of serving the purpose to serve others by teaching them and helping them walk the enlightened and awakened path of their own spiritual journey and self-awakening and self-mastery. And had I not taken the opportunity, had I not taken the growth and applied it to my own life, I wouldn't be where I am now. So I want you to think about that. What have you had to grow through in your life that really presented a challenge? What have you had to grow through in your life that you never thought you would make it out of? And the moment you made it out of it, the wisdom that you gained just gave you this sense of, like, I can breathe. Like, man, I really made it through that. See, it's those magical moments when we evolve and we awaken to deeper levels of ourselves, or when we pass the tests that have been challenging us, that we are awakening to another tool, to more wisdom that we can use for our purpose to serve. And when you start realizing that everything that you've been given is an opportunity to enter into a new doorway into the life of someone else who may be dealing with the same thing, or who may have the same struggle or the same challenge, or who may be dealing with the same test, every day you wake up and the question on your mind is, how can I use this to make somebody's life different? How can I use this to add light to someone else's life? How can I use this to allow other people to learn and glean from the wisdom that I've gained so that they too may evolve their life and move in purpose, move in love, move in wisdom, move in truth? That's what discovering your purpose is all about. It's about getting you to that place. It's about getting you to that point in your life where you're no longer playing the victim. You're no longer making excuses. You're no longer, looking out and blaming the world for where you are, because you understand that everything happens for a reason. And every challenge, every lesson is an opportunity for growth. But it's what you do with those lessons. It's what you do with that wisdom that ultimately gives you power. So you have so many people in this world walking around feeling powerless, not realizing that they've been given a gift. And I know it's hard to see the gift in the challenge when you're growing through the challenge. I know that it's hard to see the gift in the challenge of building your business when it feels like everything you learn and you try to apply it falls apart. But you know what? On my journey, I realized that, I used to think, everything that I was doing kept failing. And I was like, why? Only to get to a point in my life where now I utilize everything that I learned in different businesses in some way or another. Now I feel like I've lived multiple lives in one life, and I've been given wisdom. I've been given light in my life that I can use as tools in the lives of other people. And see, when you understand that connection is currency, And the best way to connect to people is with your story. And you start utilizing your story to shine light in the lives of those who may be experiencing some of the same challenges, the same tests, and the same obstacles in their own journey. You start to feel different. You start to see different. Your life starts to manifest in a different way. And every day you wake up is a new journey. It's a new experience. It's a new opportunity to grow. It's a new opportunity to expand. It's a new opportunity to sow into the life of others. And you return back to that inner child. When you think about children, every day they wake up and it's a new adventure. It's something new to do. And children, they just have this innate ability to look at life, and it doesn't matter what happens until we tell them that this is how life is and to just accept it, and they finally start believing it. Before that happens, you can't tell a child that they're not going to achieve what it is that they believe they can achieve. You can't tell a child that something isn't possible if they truly believe it is. Because every day they wake up solely with one intent, and that's to live life, to try new things, to expand themselves, to learn something new. But somewhere along the line, we become programmed. Somewhere along the line, we start following the status quo. We start blending in. We become copies of copies. We stop dreaming. We stop using our learning as an opportunity to expand, and we just settle. Now, what I want to challenge you to do is, as you continue this journey of self-mastery, just slow down. Take some time to yourself each day and really think about the journey that you've been on. See, because a lot of people will say, I know that I'm a powerful creator. I know that I create my own reality. But the same people in a lot of situations will confess negative things over their life. They will walk in doubt. They will walk in fear. They will walk in worry. They will walk in anger. They will walk in frustration. And they allow things to impact them. Now, I want to share something with you that one of my mentors along my journey said to me once. He said, Princeton, one of two things will happen in any given environment. Either it's going to impact you or you're going to impact it. Man, the weight of those words stuck with me. And it really challenged me to look at my experiences differently. And I started asking myself, am I going to let these challenging experiences mold who I am? Or am I going to take the power of my creative being and make it something different? Even if I have to walk away from some people, even if I have to walk away from something that I thought I was going to do for the rest of my life, even if I have to totally reset my life and start from scratch. What is it worth to me? And see, that one thought gave me so much power because I realized that the external factors really didn't determine as much as I was giving it power to determine. See, I was just settling. I was accepting things. I was playing the victim. I was complaining. I was being negative. And so if I understand that everything is energy and wherever I put my focus, that's where my energy is going to go, then what I understood through that concept was that I just simply needed to start focusing on positive things. And I had to start living in a way purposefully and intentionally to create something new. Yes, I might have been in a tough situation. I might have been in a tough circumstance, but I could shift that circumstance. And sometimes it may have taken a little bit longer than other times. But no matter what, I always had the power. And I always knew that no matter what happens, every day that I woke up, I was going to cross somebody's path that I could shine some light into. I was going to be given new opportunities to learn, new opportunities to expand, new opportunities to try something new. And I just had to be positive enough and focused enough not to be afraid to move in those new things, not to be afraid to experience new relationships, not to be afraid to move into the things that were going to allow me to evolve and master my life. See, because so many people focus on, well, what if I fail? What if it doesn't work? But see, self-mastery is all about understanding your ability to respond. As you guys, if you've been following me for a while and listening to my podcast, I always say your life is your responsibility or your ability to respond. That's what creates your life. And in each moment, every decision you make is creating your life. Now, think about that. When you look at your life, are you truly mastering your life, or is your life mastering you? Are you just surviving, or are you truly living? And some people may say, well, I feel like I'm living. Well, let me ask you this. When you wake up every single day, are you living life on your terms, or are your circumstances dictating to you your life and what it will be? See, when you start living life on your terms, you set a standard and you say, I will not accept anything but the best for myself. I will not accept being negative. If an experience comes that's challenging or it's teaching me a lesson, I'm going to take some time to observe my reality. I'm going to accept the decisions that I have made that have brought me to this challenge or this test or this experience in my life. And I'm going to learn from it. I'm going to seek out people who have already traveled this path to some degree. And I'm going to ask for advice. I'm going to let the ego go. And every day that I wake up, I'm going to wake up open. I'm going to wake up ready. I'm going to wake up moving in purpose and creating a life by design. See, when you finally start moving, understanding the gifts and the blessings that have come with your lessons, then you start responding differently to your life. When you start awakening to your power to create in every single moment, understanding that how you respond in every single moment is creating the next moment, which becomes your future, then you start moving differently. You start responding differently. You start talking differently. You start thinking differently. So if this is an area where you're struggling and you say, I know I'm here for a great purpose. I know that this business is what I'm supposed to be doing. I know that this relationship is the relationship that I'm supposed to be in. Or I know that this relationship may be one that I need to leave, or this business may be one that I need to leave. You have to start utilizing your power to shift that, to create what it is that you deserve, to create what it is that you have the power to create. You don't have to settle with your life. And so when we talk about discovering your purpose, again, going back to the heart of a child, your purpose is not to be perfect. You are already perfect. There will never be another you, and that's what makes you perfect. Life may throw circumstances at you that you may feel are not perfect, but everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a purpose. And it's all about taking the time as a master in your life to understand why certain punches are being thrown at you and why certain obstacles, lessons, and challenges are coming your way, so that you can evolve the way that you're moving, so that you can start to create the things that those things are teaching you or causing you to evolve through, so that you can be a better version of yourself. That's why we're here. We're here to grow in love. We're here to live and learn how to live in gratitude, in peace, in unconditional love, in power. And as we learn to do that more, it begins to awaken in us a purpose, whatever that may be. New visions are born. New relationships are created. New professional opportunities or inventions or artistic creations are manifested. But you have to understand that you have to separate yourself from the matrix, from the box of lies that you have accepted for so long. And the more you do that, the more you begin to start moving intentionally, the more you begin to start moving intuitively, connecting to what you're feeling, learning to pay attention to the cycles of lessons that come into your life, learning to pay attention to the cycles of challenges that are coming into your life. Eventually, over time, as you begin to master your power to respond, you begin to master your power to shift the environment so that they no longer impact you, but you instead impact it. And as a result, you begin to create newness in your life. See, you can't just wait for new things to happen. Otherwise, you leave yourself subject to circumstance. But you are too powerful to live circumstantially. You are too powerful to stay where you are. You are too powerful to accept that when you look in the mirror, that's all to you. Because that body, it's just a vessel. It's just a tool. But within that body, as I always say, you are the breath of the body. The body is the brush. The world is your canvas. And with each breath, you have the ability to become something new. With each breath, you have the ability to respond and use the paint of your breath through the brush that is your body so that you can create a masterpiece that you love or a masterpiece that you hate. But at the end of the day, the power is in your hands. But what are you willing to do? How far are you willing to go to be grateful? How far are you willing to go to live a purposeful life? Led by love, led by strong intuitive guidance, understanding that everything in your life has not been a mistake. Every challenge has been an opportunity for growth, and every encounter, every person has come to mirror something to you that you are here to grow in and develop in so that you can utilize it in your various gifts that you have given birth to or that you are giving birth to. And as you take the precious value from the gifts that you've been given, you use those gifts as doorways into people's lives in one way or another. See, because purpose is about service. And you have to ask yourself, what lessons have been my blessings? What challenges have come to expand me? And what opportunities have I been given in my life to grow and gain wisdom so that I can share that wisdom? See, I want you guys to get to a point where you're living a life that impacts every life around you. I don't want you to live your life just being a fading memory that when this body ceases to be and your breath leaves for the final time, you're just a fading memory. I want you to live a life that people never forget. I want you to live a life of love that impacts every person's path that crosses your path. I want you to live a life that's fruitful and whole, professionally, personally, relationally, and spiritually in every single way. But that means you have to first begin to understand how powerful you are. You have to understand that you are a divine spirit on a divine journey, sent to learn divine lessons so that you can create divinely in the world. That's who you are, and that's what you are here for. And within you, there have been seeds sown, seeds for different gifts, seeds for different abilities, so on and so forth, that you can now utilize to create the fruit in your life that you have the potential to create. Think about that. Really take some time and just breathe and think about that. How many of you ever slow down enough to understand that you have a great purpose? Some of you, for a long time now, you've known that there is something greater that you're here, that you're meant to do. And you've tried everything only to feel like that didn't do it. That relationship wasn't it. I thought that job was going to make me happy, but it didn't make me happy. I thought moving would make me happy, but it didn't make me happy. Because no matter where you go, it's still you. And either you're living you based on this idea of self that's really small and confined and contracted, or you're living you as the powerful creator that you are. Either you're living you as that powerful creator that's dictating a life by design, or you're living in that little you that's just accepting things as they are. And if it's meant for me, it'll be for me, whatever. But again, I want to challenge you. It's time to go deeper. It's time to become more aware of what you are beyond who you are. See, because as I always say, Princeton is whoever I say Princeton will be whenever I say Princeton will be. And I am an anomaly. I become whatever I need to become in order to evolve. I become whatever I need to become in order to create what I am destined to create. I become whatever it is that I need to become in order to create the business that's going to function in a way that it allows me to reach people in the world with the blessings and the lessons that I have been given so that I can illuminate their life and awaken them to their purpose. I am whatever I need to become to walk in a state of excellence. I am whatever I need to become to create the best, most fruitful and most productive relationships possible. I am whatever I say I am in every single moment. Princeton is just an idea. The world has an idea of Princeton. My mom has an idea of Princeton. My friends have an idea of Princeton. But I always tell people the moment you think you know me is the moment you realize you don't know me at all, because I have set the standard in my life to always evolve, to always transform. And I will not let the matrix of a persona define me. I define it, because my purpose to add light to the world has been awakened. And see, when you awaken to your purpose to add light and to bring service to the world that will change the world, every day you wake up, you will infuse your life with that purpose. Everything you do, if it is not in alignment with the purpose to add light to the world, if it is not in alignment to be fruitful and to prosper and to multiply the blessings of the lessons and the light that you have been given, you will take back control and you will shift it. You will force things to be in alignment. That's what it means to move in purpose. That's what it means to discover purpose. Are you guys willing to do that? What are you willing to do in your life right now to shift your financial situation? How are you willing to show up in your life? What are you willing to learn? How are you willing to expand? What are you willing to do right now to transform the way that you relate to your life and to the people and the relationships in your life? What are you willing to learn? What wisdom are you willing to gain? What books are you willing to read? What mentors are you willing to seek out so that you can evolve your life? See, I'm not the only light in this world. There's other people who have traveled different paths than I have traveled, and they've been given wisdom to share, and they're all over the world. You too are one of those people. But again, your life is your responsibility. It's your ability to respond. And everything you create is based on how you choose to respond or choose not to respond. Evolved mastery is all about shifting your life to the highest state possible by understanding what you are, who you are in every single moment, utilizing the power physically, mentally, emotionally, soulfully, in every aspect of your life to create personally, professionally, relationally, in every single way as you manifest the substance of your own masterpiece. But just like the butterfly, sometimes the cocoon of challenges must come. Just like the butterfly, the cocoon of lessons must come and they must wrap you up. But if you just ease and allow yourself to go through the process, understanding that it's only coming to develop you into something more beautiful than what you already are, you begin to allow yourself to accept the power of the process. You stop seeing your processes as negative. You stop seeing your situations as negative. You stop seeing obstacles as obstacles and you see them as opportunities to grow. It's time to discover your purpose. And some of you may have already discovered that purpose. But I always say we're continuously discovering deeper aspects of that purpose. Some of you may still be wondering, I don't know what my purpose is. Well, I just told you. The only thing left to do now is to look at your life and say, what challenges, what gifts have I been given? What opportunities have brought change and expansion and light into my life? And how can I utilize that wisdom, those gifts, to bring light to the world, to serve the light that I am in a way that it creates change in my businesses, in my relationships, and in my connections to my overall life? That's what this journey of self-mastery is all about. It's about mastering your creative potential, your creative power, and stepping into your creative purpose to love, to serve, and to connect with the world so that you can leave a legacy that will live centuries beyond you. That's what life is all about. And it's just a process. We're here one moment, gone the next. But it's all about what you do while you're here. Guys, I appreciate you for tuning into these podcasts. And I have a lot of new things that I want to start sharing with you, as far as, really developing your mindset, really developing within your body, understanding your energy and understanding your flow, understanding and how you can reconnect to a deeper level of your soul to take yourself out of this place that you've been in and to grow. Now, I want you guys to also realize that some of you may feel like, I'm already where I need to be, but that's the wrong mentality to have. See, because we're always growing, we're always evolving. And the moment you think you've arrived is the moment you realize that you still have some growing to do. And it's also the moment you realize that it's time to drop the ego. I always say I'm an eternal student. I'm always learning. I never meet a stranger. Everybody comes with a lesson and a blessing that I can also apply to my own journey, whether it's through them mirroring something to me, or whether it's through a challenge that I experience with them, or whether it's through them loving me in a way that maybe I wasn't loving myself. It's all a mirror for my own personal, soulful, mental, physical evolution so that I can truly rise as the powerful, purposeful creator that I have the potential to be. And the same thing applies for you. I want you guys to continue taking this journey, continue taking this path. Stop seeing yourself as something so feeble, so weak, and see yourself as the powerful creative being that you are here on a divine purpose to bring light to the world, to awaken to such a degree that you can take the wisdom and the light of your own lessons to illuminate the path and to use the gifts that you've been given to illuminate the path of others so that we can all win, we can all grow, and we can all evolve in love, power, purpose, and potential. Listen, thank you guys for tuning into this episode of Evolved Mastery. Keep your eyes and ears open. There's some new things coming on social media, some new content, some new classes, some new workshops, new mentorship programs, a whole lot coming your way. But don't forget, if you'd like to get in contact with me, you can reach me across all social media at Evolved Mastery on all platforms. If you'd like to reach out to me and have a conversation or like to talk to me about potentially being coached, you can contact me directly at pclark@evolvedmastery.com. Again, that's pclark@evolvedmastery.com. And again, like I said, my new website has now been relaunched and it's PrincetonClark.com. If you'd like to reach out to me for coaching or advice, or you're looking for a mentor that can help you move from point A to point B to evolve your life into a more powerful state, reach out to me. I want to see you guys all expanding on your journey. And also, if you haven't been following my social media or you don't follow me on social media yet, as I said in the beginning of the podcast, my new book has been released. Awakening Your Inner Master, The Journey of Self-Mastery. And you can go grab it right now on Amazon. And all you have to do, you can either search my name or you can search Awakening Your Inner Master and you'll see it there. But for everybody who purchases a copy of my book, you will also get a copy of the ebook. Simply email me or find me on Instagram at Evolved Mastery. Take a screenshot of your purchase and I will email you a copy of the ebook so you can have it on one of your mobile devices or tablets, and you can also have it in your hand. The paperback has a journal in it also, so you can read and learn. If there's certain things that stick out to you, you can journal in the back and take it with you wherever you go. But this book is not meant to be read like a regular book. I want you to read it like a conversation. Imagine that I'm sitting there with you and we're taking this journey of self-mastery together as we look through the three foundational stones of self-mastery: the mind, the body, and the soul. And I also share my journey, different lessons and different wisdom and insights that I received on my own journey of self-mastery. And I hope that it really adds light to your life. Also, if you've read the book, please leave a review and rate the book. Let me know what you thought. And again, stay connected and keep your ears open, keep your eyes peeled, and let other people know about the podcast. A lot of great things are on the way, and I'm truly looking, and I don't just say this, let me say this first. I don't just say I'm looking to hear from you, I'm looking to contact you or to be contacted by you, I'm looking to get closer to you just to be saying that because it sounds good to say. I mean it. If you get something out of these podcasts and you really enjoy it, message me. I will respond to you. Email me. I will email you back. Now, if it's dealing with something that you may need advice or coaching or mentorship on, then we can have a different type of conversation. But don't be afraid to reach out and connect, because I'm on this journey to serve. And my purpose is to love people and assist them on their journey so that they can understand just how powerful that they are as the masters that they are. Guys, it's been a blessing. It's been an honor. And like I said, stay connected. There's more on the way, and I'll be talking to you again soon. Peace.